2,000 Marines, sailors, and civilians from the 1st Marine Expeditionary Brigade and Expeditionary Strike Group 3 have joined together at Camp Pendleton to prepare for the next disaster, like a hurricane or tsunami.
So when game day gets here, and it will get here, we can get out there, and when we get in the red zone, it becomes really tough. We don't panic because we practice it, we've rehearsed it.
Navy Rear Admiral Frank Pons is commander of Strike Group 3. He says the annual 8-day ship-to-shore training called Exercise Pacific Horizon prepares troops for responding to crises across the globe.
But let me bring it home. The brush fires that reoccur up and down this coast, the earthquakes that we just experienced in Napa Valley about a month ago. During this mock drill, they're responding to the fictitious country of Acadia, home to 200,000 residents. You are standing on the grounds of Acadia now. Acadia was hit by a series of storms and bad weather conditions. And they asked our nation, the United States, to support them in that time of need. In response, Marines and sailors transport vehicles, equipment, and emergency supplies from 2 ships located 16 nautical miles offshore to the beaches of Acadia, or in this case, Camp Pendleton. Pons says the exercise reinforces the partnership between the Navy and Marines and combines their unique capabilities. This gives them the opportunity to come forward and say, I have an idea. Let's try this. And we take that idea and we inject it into this process and we see if it works. New for this year's exercise is one of the ships, the USNS Munford Point. But that ship, USNS Munford Point, it was built by NASSCO in San Diego. It's a massive 800-foot-long mobile landing platform that acts as a pier in the ocean. It looks like a ship with its entire middle section cut out. It can submerge part of its platform to be used as a docking and launching station for amphibious vehicles. The Munford can maneuver right up against a military cargo ship at sea. The 2 ships are side by side, connected by a loading ramp. Vehicles and freight are driven down the ramp from the cargo ship to the Munford's platform, then onto 3 amphibious vehicles, officially called Landing Craft Air Cushions, or LCACs.
We're doing about 10 trips a day with these LCACs.
Marine Colonel Bruce Pittman is overseeing 500 service members for the landward portion of the exercise.
We receive the gear here, make sure that it's operational, and we push it inland to the units to use. It's in support of an exercise based off a humanitarian assistance situation where an allied country has asked us to come in and provide some assistance in water production and engineering. Within a few days, Pittman says the Marines have unloaded tons of emergency supplies and constructed a mini city of small modular buildings for housing and humanitarian assistance. It's much quicker than the old system, which is terrific for the Marines. We get the gear to the beach much quicker and get it to the units much quicker.
Joaquin Malavet is commanding general of the 1st Marine Expeditionary Brigade, a crisis response force tasked with conducting self-sustained combat and humanitarian operations.
Part of the art and science of responding very quickly and effectively to crisis is to be forward postured, forward deployed, and provide presence well in advance. So our ability to move forces, both Navy and Marine Corps, into areas that we anticipate crises developing is key to our operational and strategic design.
Malavet says if the USNS Munford Point passes the test, it will soon be pre-positioned somewhere out in the ocean, like the military cargo ships, ready to respond when called upon. Susan Murphy, KPBS News.